The police said the house showed no sign of forced entry, but someone had been living inside the walls for 3 days. Title card: 3 True Home Invasion Stories. Micro intro. These are real home invasion cases reported by survivors. No dramatization, no fiction. Listen closely. The last case ended while the victim was still on the phone. Story 1. The Unlocked Window. In 2014, a university student named Daniel was house-sitting for his aunt in a quiet suburb. The neighborhood had no crime history, no break-ins, no reports. His aunt gave him one instruction: lock every window before bed. At 11:47 p.m., he checked them all, twice. Everything was sealed. Around 2:18 a.m., he woke to a sound he couldn't place. Not loud, not sharp, just wrong. He sat up and listened. Nothing. He told himself houses settle at night and lay back down. Then he heard it again, closer. The attic. The attic only had one entrance, a folded ladder in the hallway, and it had been closed. Daniel grabbed his phone, turned on the flashlight, and stepped into the hallway. The attic ladder was open, halfway down. He was certain it had been closed earlier. He didn't pull it down. He didn't look up. He went outside and called police. When officers searched the attic, they found a blanket, food wrappers, and water bottles. Someone had entered through a tiny side window and stayed there watching. Daniel never slept in that house again. Bridge. But the next case is worse because the victim wasn't alone in the house, or so she thought. Story 2. The Shower. A woman in her 30s lived alone in a rented duplex on a quiet ground floor unit. One night after work, she locked the doors and took a shower around 10 p.m. Halfway through, she heard a heavy thud. She froze. She listened through the curtain. Nothing. She assumed it was a neighbor. When she finished and wiped the mirror, she saw a handprint on the outside of the bathroom door. Not hers. Too large. Too high. She slowly opened the door. The hallway light was off. She always left it on. The bulb had been unscrewed. She stepped back into the bathroom, locked the door, and called emergency services. While whispering to the dispatcher, she heard movement outside, slow pacing, not leaving, just waiting. Police arrived in 7 minutes and found a man hiding inside the laundry closet with gloves and a screwdriver. No forced entry. The back door had been unlocked earlier that day. An officer told her, "He chose your house because your lights turn off early." She moved out 2 days later. If you were home alone right now, would you check your locks or keep listening? The final story is the most disturbing because the call recording still exists. Story 3. Still Inside. In 2011, a late-night emergency call came from a rural home. A teenage girl whispered to the operator, "I think someone is in our house." The dispatcher asked where her parents were. She said they were sleeping upstairs. She had heard footsteps downstairs for 10 minutes, soft, careful, not random. The dispatcher told her to stay on the line and hide. Then a new sound came through the call, a door hinge. The dispatcher asked what that noise was. The girl whispered, "That's my bedroom door." Officers were dispatched immediately. The line stayed open, breathing, slight movement, then nothing. The call ended. Police arrived 4 minutes later. The back door was open. The parents were asleep and untouched. The girl's room was empty, window open, curtains moving. She was found hiding under the porch outside in shock after climbing out when the door opened. A man was arrested 2 streets away. He had no weapon, only photos taken through her bedroom window over several nights. Police say most home invasions are crimes of opportunity. Unlocked doors, predictable routines, visible patterns. Tonight, check your windows. Lock twice, because sometimes they don't break in, they wait. More true horror compilations coming. Subscribe if you want the next case file.